Hey guys, so this is part 4 of my F V Akiha tutorial. Sorry this one came out a lot later than the other ones. Mostly I've been stuck with university stuff and my exams are closed, so I kinda had to let most of them go. Now I found a little bit of spare time so I can do this one now. So this is... well, let's see, whatever, okay. So this is basically Pressure and basic Okizeme for F V Akiha. F V Akiha is an F Moon character, so her pressure isn't really as strong as some of the other characters, like C Moon characters like Zero here, for instance. Has pretty decent pressure, which is mostly helped by the fact that she doesn't, or hurt by for her, the fact that she doesn't have reverse beats. So reverse beats, if you don't know, in Melty Blood you can go from A, B, C, which is the standard for every fighting game, so you can go that. So you can chain that way. But you can also reverse chain. So with Zoro right here, I can show this is a 2C, this is a sweep, but I can cancel it to a 5A, which is a jab like that. So I can cancel it. It says reverse speed right up there. So this is what a reverse speed is. F Moon characters, only C and H Moon characters can what is it gonna say? They can reverse speed. F Moon characters cannot reverse speed. But for compensation, C Moon characters don't tend to have good frame advantage on the normals. So F Moon characters like F V Akiha, for instance, have pretty decent frame advantage in most of their normals, because they don't have to end up canceling the heavy normals as well, or they cannot do that. So for compensation purposes, they play a lot more traditional. They play a lot more like traditional fighting game characters that they have good frame advantage on the lights. And they kind of go into confirms and stuff like that, and whatever. So because of that, she can't, like, oftentimes with like characters like Zero, for instance, once when you block one of his stupid chains, and he does that or whatever. How do I do this? He does something like that, and then he can do something and get back in. I don't actually carry good with Zero, so this is a poor example. He has other stuff he can do. He can do like 2-6A, 2-2B, stuff like that. It's or 2-2A, 2-6A, 2-2A, stuff like that. He can do other stuff, but he's not really the same character as everybody else in the game. But like most characters will be like, they'll do some stuff and they'll do 2C, 2A, be whiff cancel, and the 2A will whiff, and they'll like run in and do other stuff like that. They kind of reset the pressure. F Moon characters can't really do that. They kind of, once they hit their heavy normal, they're kind of just sort of stuck. And that's true for F V Akiha as well, but she has some other specials that she can use to kind of control, like, she can use it, she can use some stuff frame trap, quote unquote, off of it, but I'm kind of getting ahead of myself right here. So, basic knockdown Oki, let me show something of air throw, because you'll be landing air throw quite a lot. The thing with air throw is that air throws universally don't tend to have very, very great Oki, with like a very few set of exceptions. They don't tend to have like extremely great Okizeme options at the end of it. So F V Akiha has no exception to that. So she gets, if she lands an air throw, which I hope I land an air throw now. There we go. Like you can see kind of the recovery of it. It's quite a bit. Like, you barely have enough time to get over there. But even so, if I set Zero here to do, how do I do it? If I set him to recover A, so as soon as he's gonna recover, like a couple frames after that, there's some bug with it. But relatively as soon as he can mash it out, he will mash out a 5A or a 2A or whatever. That works out for our purposes. But to show that, like, she still has some sort of frame advantage, we can, see that. And I'm gonna drop it and, get camera shy. No. I mean, it is hard. I'm gonna get dropped this all the time at one time. There we go, and then you can do another one, if you wanted to. It's not strictly speaking meaty, but it'll beat out most characters that'll like get up and like mash 2A or 5A or whatever. Like this beats like Hime doing a 2A mashing, like getting up and mashing 2A or whatever. and she has incredibly fast wake up timing. And Rose is kind of average, I believe. I'm not exactly sure on the numbers. I can look it up right now, but I can't be bothered. But that's that's something you can try. So like even if they're like not hitting a lot of buttons when they get up, which is a smart thing to do. But you're playing Melty Blood, so you won't often get to do the smart things, which I messed up what I'm doing here. Old guard. Come with me, okay? Hey. You can like run up into a 2A, and if you see that you got the confirm, you can do another one, and lead into the same situation or whatnot. But if you don't see it, you can kind of stop and kind of try to do some stuff, which I'll get into a little bit later. Another thing you can try is charge a B pillar. It beats people who want to wake up DP, and or like if you want to maintain some advantage, but like you're afraid of someone like wake up DPing whatever, you can do that, and their DP will just whiff, and then you'll get to do your silly things. I mean, if the second or third pillar hit, like it's actually difficult to confirm off of it. Really, like actually difficult. Oh, God. It's kind of you can do it, but it's kind of hard. Let me show. Sometimes that'll happen. That actually, I've never seen that happen before. It might be a raw thing. Actually, I don't know what I can do. Damn, that doesn't work. Hey, that worked. You can do that. Dash and then 63A. You can do stuff off of 63A. I'm not gonna bother showing that. But you can look it up in your own time, or you can look up the wiki or whatever. That's basically it. If they DP whatever, it's not a terribly great situation that you don't get like a Sanduri or anything like that. But you get some pressure. The thing with the Aether is that if you wake up like you're dashing 2A, they can shield it. Like it's a very easy shield bait. They can just wake up shield or whatever, and they can mess you up, which is especially if they have like EX shield with Moon. They can get something pretty stupid and ridiculous off of you trying to set your pressure up after Aethra. So not a lot of, but like some players, like I think Ko was one of the players who did that. Like when he landed Aethra, like he'll just back off and like he'll be like, oh, catch me again, ha 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 ha. Like he's totally cool with doing that, but it's fine. It's perfectly valid rather. So that's that. Aethra, that's about it. In the corner, nothing much changes, except that you can't really do pillar as freely because pillar doesn't, the pillar will go off screen. I can actually show that. Or even with the A version, the pillars just go off screen. It's not a terribly good luck for you. So your best option is pretty much just dash 2A or block. Oh yeah, you can dash block in this game if you didn't know about that. Let me show a good example of this. That was. Let me show that. I'm gonna dash and I'm gonna block and I'm gonna be dashing at the same time. And he did it. Like I was still in my dashing animation. And I was standing up or whatever, but I still blocked it, So there you go. You can dash block, so if you're expecting someone to do a DP, you can kind of dash and do a late meaty, or not a like meaty, but you can do a late 2A. And if they immediately wake up reversal dragon punch or whatever, you can block it and then you can punish it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty much it for Aethra. The main knockdown you'll be landing, or you'll want to be trying to land mid-screen off of combos, is jump 236C. This is a safe option. You whip the jump A and then you do a charge pillar. This loses horribly to shield, because you have the extra landing recovery on the ground. So if they think about it, they can just shield it. It's really easy to shield punish. So you don't generally want to do just that. You can do that. You can float away as you're doing the 360. You can just like hold back, and you can do the 360, and you can whiff the jump A, and you can still do the B charge pillar. And there's still not a block. There's still a lot of blocks done, and you can run up and do some things that you want to do, like a jump C, or like land and throw, or land it low, or land it whatever you want, or or anything like that. You know, dash up and like pillar, not pillar, puffball, something like that. It's pretty okay. Uh, that's that. You can also oh, got my combo. There. Yeah, no, yeah. What am I supposed to be doing? Yeah. You can air dash after the 236C, and you can do a pillar. It doesn't really change much, but you can do a cheeky reset like this, and you can do that. It might work out for you, especially if you cross over them and you hit the 2 on the other side. You might catch them. That's pretty cool. Most of the time, people just do the charge pillar, and they do the charge pillar, and they run up and do not Philia. Whoops, F V Akiha things. So I'll get into that in a little bit as well. What else am I gonna say? That's pretty much it for landing mid-screen knockdowns. Actually, I'm getting through this pretty fast. It's pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for mid-screen. If you land something in the corner, pillars become a worse option in the corner. Like if you try to do that, the pillars will just go away a lot faster. It's kind of annoying, but it's okay because you still have them in the corner. With that, usually I see people just ending the combo early and doing one of these two setups. What is this? Oh yeah. He can do 63A, cancel the first hit, and jump up, wait a little bit, do a TK, not TK, that's kind of the point of waiting a little bit. Do a jumping, do an air pit, and do an air puffball. This one. This ensures that they don't land fully in the corner, so you can do corner cross-ups. Actually, I'm gonna set this to off. That's not what you do, but let me think of that. Yeah. I wish I had recorded this because it would make it much easier. You can do that, and when you land, you're not gonna be hitting with the jump C or whatever. You're gonna land in like 2A. That's option 1. This is what's known as a Sandori setup, or a which way setup if you're American. It's basically like you either do a low on one side or a low on the other side when you do it, or you do a delayed overhead. I'm gonna show the float on the other side to cross up. I'm gonna show that right now. That's not what I wanted. There you go. I mean, my execution isn't spot on, but if you see people land the setup, it'll look much nicer than what I did right now. And you can practice it and make it look much better than what I just did right now. That's your second option. That's the low on the other side. That's not what you do. I'm terrible at landing this right now, especially. That's your delayed high option. You also have the option of doing another puffball if you think they're gonna reversal. It's gonna beat most reversals because F V Akiha is dumb like that. Oh god, I messed up. What am I doing? Oh god. Like that. There you go. If they try to do a reversal, you'll just beat the DP and you'll land and you're safe. If they crouch, you have to do it slightly later, but doesn't really matter. You'll beat the DP anyway. It's cool. You not like that, but I swear this game doesn't want to give you the proper inputs because I'm doing a fucking tutorial right now. Like that. There you go. That's pretty much it. That's what I'm thinking about when I say it's gonna be the DP, or you can do it later, whatever. Of course, it depends on the timing of the DP and the timing of your 2-6B. Sometimes you'll be the DP, but you'll end up missing a crouching character. Sometimes it won't. You know, it's just depending on your timing. But that's basically your three-way mix-up with a way to beat DPs, because why the hell not? The thing with the high is that you can't really do a cross-up with it. You can't do a cross-up high because this game has cross-up protection. So the cross-up is actually the cross-up between the low. You land on the same side, or you float to the other side and then you do the low over there. That's basically the mix-up. The 2d6p is to beat DPs, and the delayed high is if they're just gonna block low, you can land a jump C starter and not do that actually. Like, they give me something like that sort of a damage, you know. It's just, you know, nothing to scoff at. If I do say so myself. I mean, you can obviously improve it or not, but that's kind of the point. But that's pretty much it for one of the corner mix-ups. If you land a 63B in the corner, which would require me to land Reloop 3 times, which I'm going to be fantastic at dropping. There you go. There you go, I dropped a DP. How did I even do that? You can do something like that to set up block pressure. Because the third one, I mean, if you do it just regularly, it's gonna OTG, and the pit OTG you just don't want because it's not a good OK setup. But if you do this, if you like do it 3 times, you use up all your OTG hits, and so the pit doesn't end up OTGing, and so you can, you know, like at the jump C, I'm gonna show you this again. You can either and actually I'm gonna, you know, I'm just gonna cut it. Or you can land and do a low. And if you do a low, let me show that right now. Let me show just a basic damage combo of this. That's absolutely nothing to scoff at. And especially if you're really good, you can turn this into pit loops, which I'm not going to get into. I'm probably going to do that in the next episode. So that's a ton of damage. So that's basically her like basic Oki knockdowns. That's 4. I mean, you can like find tons of stuff in combo videos and like if you actually watch match videos. So don't think these are the only like the only options. By the way, like you have absolutely tons of different options. Of course, like after you also have ground throw. I'm going to talk about them in a second right now. I just remembered. Hey, but if you land like an air throw, like you don't have to do just 2A or 214B. You know, if the opponent starts respecting that, you can like go in and like air dash jump C. You can air dash pit, not puffball. You can like run up throw, try to set up something else again, run up 2-6C. Like you have tons of options. I mean, not really. It's like off of air throw, there are only really few options that the opponent has to kind of respect. But once they start respecting them, you can go for other cheekier stuff. So there's that. That's basically it for what I want to talk about for Okizeme pressure. This throws, I forgot. F V Akiha's throw is really useful because it doesn't do a lot of damage, especially if people reduce the damage on it, which people are really good at. Because you can just smash it really easily. If they reduce the damage, it does like 700. On some characters, it'll do like 500. It's pretty pathetic. But the throw is good because let me show that with this. I'll get some red life, boy. And I have tons of red life. The thing with F V Akiha's ground throw is that it regenerates red life. You know? Well, so while it doesn't give you any meter, it regenerates your red life, which is pretty sick, especially if you want to make a comeback. It gives you more life, which is kind of cool. But throw also gives you pretty decent wake-ups. You can do stuff like that this is mostly to confuse people who want to DP. And they have a 63 DP. They don't have like whatever like the Arcs have or like Seal has. They have the 2-2 DP. This will not lose to that. I mean, it kind of will. It will beat that. This will still beat it. Like what am I saying? This will still beat it because you're doing a puffball and you can't get out of puffball. But it's still really good because especially if characters who have to do 6-2-3 for a DP, it'll mess them up as to what side they want to DP on to end up having to block it. Like you don't really know like which side was I gonna hit that on, you know? If I'm gonna do like that, like which side was that on? I don't even know. Like that was relatively easy to tell, but like, you can't really tell that in the heat of the match. You know? Like you know, as the F V Akiha player, what kind of direction you want the DP to be in, so you can mess it up. What else? I mean, that's the basic mix-up. I've seen some people do that. Of course, you can do the box standard melee 2A. Why not? If people want to run up shield, you can either 2C, or you can 5B, or you can just wait. Like you can melee 5B if they want to low shield. Like if they want to do the 1A plus D option select, this one. The one that will like tech throws and shield lows. You can run up and 5B that. And when you get a counter 5B, you do another 5B 5C into a ton of damage. You can also do this. Like you can do that for a delayed high. If they want to... I'm going to drop this pretty bad. And you can go to the other side and hit it low. It's not terribly great. It's something I just came up with a couple of days ago. It's not really good. You can do that. You can land it to the side, or if you want to be a jerk, you can not do that. You can do that. You can do a puffball and beat their DP or whatever. Or you can also not do bunker because that was stupid. you can charge a meaty pillar and make them land, make them get hit by the meaty pillar. You can't really do anything with the TK meaty pillar because you'll keep flying away back like that, and the pillar will completely end. You have no pressure. But when you land with her, you definitely get stuff. So like, make sure you abuse it. Once you do land a, throw. And then you land and you do some throw and whatever. You have plenty of options. The best thing I can recommend in this situation, like in terms of if you really don't know what to do, is just watch top level play. Especially if the stuff you can find on meltydb.com. Like just watch match videos from there and watch them for hours and hours and hours. Especially if you like, I mean not especially, but like find F V Akiha footage from there and just watch it and see what they're doing. And try to understand what they're doing as well, why they're doing it. Like if it's a matchup situation, if it's something that beats DP, if it's something that like beats shield. Oh yeah, if someone if someone wants to wake up shield, the best thing to do is IAD jump C, because the jump C will hit counter hit, and then you reap the counter hit rewards. You catch on those frequent flyers and land a ton of damage. I can show a basic combo right now because what the hell? Counter hit, IAD jump C. Why did you land it? Because they were shielding. If they were shielding, that's a ton of damage. So there's that. That's that. Let's talk about pressure now. So you've landed whatever thing, and they've blocked it originally, and you end up landing a 2A. If you land a 2A on block, you have some options. It's +3 on block. So, set up to combo. Let's set it to that. It's +3 on block. This is +4, but this doesn't hit everybody crouching. I actually think it only hits like not Neko's crouching. It'll hit like everybody else crouching, but except for Neko's. But so you can do that 5A, just small. It's cool. But if you want to do 2A because it's low, if you want to, that is. This is +3. This is +4. Doesn't really matter a huge ton because you can chain and you can delay chains or whatnot. But the best thing to do if they're mashing afterwards is what was it? This is something you want to use a lot to set up, learn how to set up like proper. What was I gonna say? Like proper counter hit timings. So like if he'll block it 2A, then he'll do his 5A or whatever. Or whatever you want to set that as. Like you can set it to do a B or a C or a D. I don't know why you would do these two, but this one is useful, and this one is useful if you want to see how like shield works or whatnot. So if people want to mash up to a 2A, you can 2A delay 5B and 5B can at least a lot of damage. Whatever, I just dropped the combo, but it was like 5k. It's kind of a lot. So you land a 5B, you get a ton of damage. You can also 5C if you really wanted to. To slightly delay it. You can do some stuff off of it. Especially if you're really good at pit loops, you can do it to pit loops. Well, I keep mentioning it, but like pit loops is really heats source of damage. But if you're new to F V Akiha, don't like bother learning pit loops as much right now. Like learn how to do other basic stuff. Like if your frame trap is to a 5B, and you can learn to confirm the 5B into stealth. And I'll drop the combo because I'm dumb. But if you can like practice that, that's pretty much fine. Like 5k, 6k, it's like nothing to scoff at. In terms of counter damage, you don't really need to set up an infinite to really like try to get that much damage or whatnot. But that's about it for like not 2A. 2A on block. 2A you can also delay 2A because if why not? You can 2A if they start respecting it, you can. Just like in every fighting game, if they start respecting your options, you can dash up and do it again. Like that. Some people will get good at just delaying their button a lot, and like when they see they won't hit a button, but when they see the cloud, they'll like hit a button. Or they'll just like delay their timing a lot to hit, if you were to do that. Like people were good at like noticing the cloud and they like immediately hit a button because you can't really like do it immediately. You have a little bit of time. You have a little bit of startup in the dash where you can't really hit a button. And some people are good at reacting it and like, reacting to them. They just like hitting 2A or whatever and like getting their combo. To beat the people who are visually able to react to the dash, you don't really have much except you can like walk throw. Like especially 2A walk throw. Especially if you have dash momentum on you, you don't really go anywhere when you do a 2A, and then you can like walk up and throw them. It's not that bad. If they're looking specifically for the dash animation, but if they're timing the buttons late just because, you can time your button even later, which is like the basis of frame traps. If they're timing their button late, you do your timing late. You know, if they're timing their button early, you do your timing early. Doing a 5C might be useful in this situation because it's a slower button. It's useful to catch later mashing. So that's basically 2A. 5V is -1 on block, but you can delay it to 5C. So like your average sort of pressure string with her would be like 2A, 5B, 5C, 4C. Like that's your basic delay confirming sort of thing going on right now. If you like you'll look for the first 2A, you see that it blocked it. Okay, I'll do another 2A because why not? You know, I'll mess with my timing, see what's happening. Oh, they hit a button. Let's delay 5V. Oh, they still didn't hit a button, but I'm -1. But I can, you know, delay my string after that, and I can do 5B, 5C. I mean, not obviously not that late. I can show you how it should be. Like something like that delay, you know. Or oh, you know, then you can be like, oh, they blocked 5C. They still didn't hit a button of any kind, so I can be like 4C. And then they block 4C, but when you block 4C, you kind of just out. And it's back to neutral game. You can't really run in and do any more pressure off of that. And then you kind of can. If they're really respecting your offense even after 4C, which they kind of shouldn't, you can, like, do a pillar and, like, try to get in. Like that. And, like, still try to get in, which is cool. But they still have to, like, I mean, there's, I can show you. How can I show this, actually? Let me actually pick F V Akiha to show that. Look at her, isn't she so pretty? She's like her zipping through my eyes. Let me actually get some water right now. I'm kind of thirsty. Okay, so if you block 4C, that. If you block 4C, what are you? You can escape the pillar after this. Let's eliminate. You get it over here. Oh, for real? Of course, it's better mid-screen, because if you're mid-screen, you can run up and do a 5A unblockable and catch them out of it. But in the corner, it's obviously not as good. Let me show that right now. And you can like try to get out of the corner that way. Or you can obviously shield it, which, you know, shield is always an option. Or you could eat through it. Oh, because I picked C. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I was like, what the hell? Why could I just go through that? I hate when that happens. Like, seriously. Why does that happen? And it's documented now too. You can see I picked F. So I can show it to people. Like, this happens. But why the hell this happens? I don't know, but this happens. I think it happens in main game too. It's kind of silly. But, that. There you go. Oh, whoops. That. That's about it. That's what I want. I hit the button to do the thing, game. There you go. Let me actually show the advantage you get after blocking this. I show 4C into full charge pillar. Like, look at me. Like, I can like run up and punish her. Let me actually show that. Like, I can stop her from jumping out. Like, that's pretty huge. Also, I can just shield it. And you can shield this both high and low, because why not? And you can combo off of it. If you have a shield that goes, if you have a shield follow-up that goes that far, you can run up and combo her and punish her. It's really bad. It's not super great. If you catch people like who are like 4C and then like I'll just kind of sort of just wait it out a little bit more, then you can do the 2 4B cast them unawares and get in a little bit more pressure. But it's not legitimate by interesting imagination. So there's that. That's basically it in terms of 2A. Like if they respect it, you can go in and do a little bit more 2A. You can also pressure reset with you can pressure reset with this with dash, not necessarily just dash, but TK Puffball. It's again really good for offense. The thing with TK Puffball is it's a 2-3-6-9 motion. So if you just do it fast, you get a super jump. You don't want a super jump because super jump puffball is not as good. You don't really land, and it's kind of just bad. I'll show why regular one is better because you get to do this as a block string. I can show you this is a block string because I'll set it to recover it. That was fantastic. God. See, that was a complete block string. She couldn't do anything about it. So you get to low jumpies, frame advantage, and you can run up and do more stuff. So that's pretty cool. I'll talk more about it. Actually, I can do that right now. So that's your main sort of pressure reset. So if they block something, I can do that and run up and do even more stuff. I can show that whole thing. It's kind of a frame trap situation. This is hard. Like, that whole thing was a block string. She couldn't do anything to get out of it. Of course, you can also, like, dash 2A, but it's kind of hard. Actually, I can try to show that. This is hard, dude. God. Of course I won't get it right now because I'm in a fucking tutorial, but, whatever. There you go. Got it. Finally. But, yeah, you have a lot of frame advantage after the jump B that you land after the puffball. So you can actually, like, do a lot of stuff off of it. So it's really good for that purpose. It's a ton of frame advantage that you get if they just want to block, like after 2A, like not that of course. Like you get to do like more stuff off of it, And it also beats people who want to like match 2A, especially people who want to match delayed 2A. Because that'll get around if you do the TK Puffball right away, it'll go around the delay to it because you'll already be in the air, and then you do the Puffball, which Puffball basically has no hurtbox. Technically, technically it does, but like it basically practically has no hurtbox for this situation. What I'm talking about. What else? That's pretty much it for Puffball. And like basically, like once they start blocking, you can go in for throws. And you can go in for more 2A, like run up 2A, 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 and get them to kind of be like, oh geez, I just can't, I want to get out. I want to either mash 2A to get out, or I can like super jump to get out, or dash, like jump super jump to dash, dash, super jump, air dash to get out. Like some sort of air stuff to get out. Or I can just dash into her and get out. And you want to call that out, and you want to say, no, you can't do that. Or if they want to match 2A, you can do your frame trap stuff. If they want to jump to get out of the corner, you can. If you're going in for dashing 5A, you can confirm off of it. Or if you really have a hard read that they're going to do that, you can run up and air throw. Or not run up, or just like air throw them. Or hit them with a normal, or hit them with this normal, or hit them with that normal. Whatever you want. Or if they want to dash under it, you just don't jump, and then you continue the dash pressure. Of course, this is not legitimate, then they can blow this up with frame trapping. Not frame trapping, but with mashing 2A. But that's the thing. Like, they have to pick a situation that, or if they want to escape 2A, 5B, they have to do something. They can do something. They can shield. They can block it. They can. I mean, of course, if they block it, it's kind of a pickle. Again, but like it's better for if it's better against F Moon characters than it is against other characters. But like if you do if you want to get out against 2A, 5B, you can do that. But you're not going to do that. You're not going to get out of it if you want to dash to get out of the corner, or if you want to jump to get out of the corner. You're not going to do that. You're going to have to block it or shield it somehow. Not somehow, but like you have to shield it or you have to block it, and deal with the string situation after that. So you have to the defender, the aggressor. You as the aggressor don't necessarily have the best mix-up if you're thinking in the sense of I am UMBC3 Magneto. I'm just gonna call Doom Plasma Beam. I'm gonna try jump, and see if he gets opened up. And on the air try jump or whatever, if he gets hit. If he gets hit, I'm gonna turn it into like a kill and whatever stupid thing that happens in Marvel 3. Like it's really not that. It's a lot more about respecting. It's a lot about understanding the opponent's escape options, and it's about calling them out and be like, okay, if you want to jump out of the corner, I can hit you with the normal. And if you want to dash out of the corner, I can just keep doing my dash pressure. Or if you want to mash out of it, I can frame trap you and I can punish you. Or if they want to use some other sort of option selects, whatever. If they want to use shield, I can use shield option selects. You can look this up in your own time, but there's like option selects for how to deal with like H and F Moon shields and shield follow-ups. You have some ways to like understand. Okay, this is my thing. Like I can use this option select to punish this sort of situation, something like that. Or you can be like, oh, if you want to jump out, I can like 5A and see that hit in an air character. I can like 5A. You like run up and like throw and put them back in the same position, something like that, Like it's a lot about understanding that okay, my opponent has these options to get out of the corner, and he knows that I know, and so if he wants to use either of them, I have to make sure that I punish him for it. Or that's even like mid screen. It's not just about the corner, but it's also about mid screen. Mid screen, it's not as what was I trying to say? Mid-screen is not as good because, if they do that, they can, like, just back jump out of a lot of your stuff. I mean, that's not, like, charge pillar. But, like, if you do 2A, oh, excuse me. If you do 2A, then you do 2A, they can back jump out of the corner, and that was a pretty heavy read on your part to punish it, because that's basically, like, dash jump A, dash jump, air throw territory in terms of what you want to use to punish it. They get back some damage. Or if you catch them out of jump startup with 5A, that's cool too. That also works out. But, like, once you get in the corner, that's kind of what the real pickle is for this, how to deal, in terms of how to deal with this character. So, that's basically it for pressure. Of course, you can find tons of different custom pressure strings, especially, like, not especially, like, like I said, if you watch high-level F V Akiha, you can see a lot of different options that they're using to continue pressure in the corner or get pressure mid-screen, or even if they're dropping it. It's useful to understand that people, F V Akiha, especially with a character that has as low life as she does, you don't always want to take a risk when you do 2A dash 2A. They might just hit you out of it, and then you go for a ride, and then you lose half your life, and you're stuck in a shitty Oki situation that you have to deal with. Just as much as any other character. And then you have no reversals. They might have a reversal to deal with it, Like, you have to understand that sometimes it might not be worth the risk. Sometimes it is worth the risk. That especially if you're chasing a low opponent with low guard meter, it really might just be worth the risk to do a continuous 2A, and like 2A TK puff wall, jumpy, 2A, stuff like that. It might be worth doing that sort of things. But maybe it's not, you know. Like it's up to you to judge that. And that's basically it for her pressure. Her pressure is really simple. It's really stupid, and it's really good, but it's really simple, you know, because it's an F Moon character. The complexity really lies with in terms of F V Akiha, with her movement and whatever. So that's about it for pressure and Okizeme. There is more stuff in the mizuumi wiki. There are more options, there are more knockdown situations that I'm missing out right now because I don't want this to be extremely lengthy. And next video will probably... I want to make the next video the neutral game one, but I haven't really looked into finding a ton of matches to break down. But I really want to do that. And the last video will be the bonus video, which will be the infinite tutorial of how to do the F V Akiha infinite, which is a pretty cool thing on his character as stupid as she is. You know, why does it exist? But whatever. So I think actually I don't know if I want to do defense. I already just did defense in the Dustloop wiki. Oh yeah, I've been working a lot more in the Dustloop wiki, so you should probably check that out. If you're looking, like, the video series is more to be meant to be more of a complementary material to the actual wiki, because people don't like reading in 2016, so they might just want to watch a video or whatever, and they can be like, okay, well, I have some of this info, I want a little bit more, where can I go? And you can go to the Dustloop wiki for that. And you know, if you're looking for stuff, damn, I'm kind of sort of tired right now. I want to get some coffee. But I think that's about it. I don't want to drag this on for much longer, so that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and the next video should be neutral game, in which I'll go over the opponent, not opponent, but like high level F V Akiha play, and try to break it down, try to analyze what's happening in the match, and that's about it. See you guys later.